surety of self, being confident, because a lot of people talk and they don't do the work. They don't stay ready. They don't get ready. So then when they opportunity if the opportunity does come, they have to try and get ready. And that you didn't already let the ship sail.
Yeah, man, I continue to work, man. Gym. You can ask my teammates. They came in the gym. Like, dang, Deion, you in the gym? For me, I always had this saying. I just tell people just make sure your mentals are all right. Definitely, go outside, take your walks. Give yourself 5, 10 minutes, man, just to release because everybody's going through stress. Hey,
So, two things. One, you mentioned the fact that you didn't get the opportunities to play. And I think that a lot of people that watch basketball, they don't realize how much an opportunity or opportunities change the trajectory of how your career can look. And that goes high school, college, even NBA. So for you,
trust
you
me.
did unfortunately you didn't get those opportunities. I would say a lot of people, myself included, when you don't get those opportunities, the confidence wavers and you don't continue to do the work that helps you get to where you need to
Yeah,
go.
man, I continue to work, man. You can ask the players on that team that time that I wasn't playing. We if we got off the bus and we had just lost, and then you get to the school at 2 a.m. You just get off the bus. I'm in the gym. You can ask my teammates. They came in the gym. Like, dang, Dion, you in the gym? Oh yeah, I'm in the gym. I'm working, bro. I cannot just sit here and just watch. And they start working out with me. So it was about building a culture. Be gym rats. If you say you like basketball, you love basketball, be a gym rat.
That
Stay in
is
the
a
gym.
testament to your character, brother. Like,
Yeah.
granted, I know you, but that is a testament to your character because, like I said, a lot of people fall off because oh, I'm not getting an opportunity, and they throw a temper tantrum, and then
Mhm.
they don't stay ready. They don't get ready. So then when if the opportunity does come, they have to try and get ready, and that you didn't already let the ship sail.
But and what's so crazy is everywhere I went, it stuck with me. So when I went to Angelina, I made a highlight tape. My teammates are trying to figure out how I even get a highlight tape with the minutes that I play. They said, "Wait a minute, that actually looks really good, Dion." And we don't even have film. How did you get the film? I'm like, oh, I just boom, yeah. Like I gotta market myself, guys. You gotta be coachable first, and then market yourself.
Again, I commend you because a lot of people aren't doing that. Too many people aren't doing that.
And what's so crazy is the kid that came with me at Angelina, Shane kid, he got the opportunity. He was my roommate. Love him to death. He got the opportunity. He flooded with Division Ones. Flooded, flooded. Trust me. After he came to me and said, "I don't think we're gonna make it," I said, "Oh, nah. They don't realize that you're one of the best big mans to ever shoot that rock." And I'm gonna tell them today. Trust and believe. You're gonna be fine.
That's what's up,
He
man.
went to North Texas, so that was great and got an opportunity to play overseas. So he calls me all the time, just like, man, his mom is a Hall of Famer for Syracuse. I was like, y'all got this man at Pasco Hernando?
But again, it's a true testament of like surety of self, being confident, and doing the work. Because a lot of people talk and they don't do the work.
What's crazier than that, I tell people it's always a testament because, like I said at the beginning of the interview, I didn't know what was going on after that. I didn't know why I tore my ACL. And it was to meet these people, to go to these experiences, to feel the excitement because that Division One JUCO, I see why it was Division One JUCO. We had 2 gyms, got fed 3 times. I didn't have to wear socks to the gym because I just tell the manager, "Hey, can you give me a pair of socks?" Yeah, no, 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 no. Don't give me them old elite socks. Give me the vape socks. I need the vape socks. That's how crazy it was. I was like, I know D1 is worse than this. I know they going crazy.
That's a step of apart from a lot of different schools, especially when we're talking about JUCO. Because I've talked to people that play JUCO and they do not have that all that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The opportunity that I got to go to this school, I made sure everybody know we ain't wasting no time. We ain't wasting nothing. This is a blessing, and we're here to play.
I love it. I also spoke to somebody. A little birdie told me. Obviously, you did say and mentioned that you went to Kentucky State, but a little birdie told me that they also had their father speak on your behalf at Kentucky State.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Cody Foster, Layla Foster, and Maya Foster dad. That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. Um, I told him about my goals and situation because he's sitting on chairman for the Capitals, chairman of Capitals over there at Kentucky State. So that's a little side that if you want to venture. I wanted to go to Kentucky State and play basketball, so he made sure I stayed on that mission.
So with that, because for people that don't know, Layla Foster is somebody that we went to high school with,
Track
and
star.
she was a track star. And so obviously, and I spoke to her about connections and how important connections are. So for you to not only have a connection, obviously you're doing your part on the basketball side, but now you have a town connection in reference to who her
That's my
father
sis.
is,
That's my
everything.
family. That's family.
Exactly. But
That's
when you get
family.
out there, she's
It
there
it
with you.
it made that experience the most best thing for me. Because at first I didn't commit Kentucky State. I still had other schools lined up. But when I got off the plane to come back to Orlando and I was about to take my other visits, Verbal Commits had posted that I had committed to Kentucky State. So my other schools saw that and was like, "You committed to Kentucky State?" I was like, "Whoa! I just went on a visit. I just left the visit." And after that, I was like, I had to go to the school. When I got to the school, first I went to Layla. Layla was helping me put everything together. Towards mid of the first semester, my coach came to me and said, "Hey, Deion, we could only get 80% of your scholarship taken care of. You had to cover the 20%." So it forced me to run cross country in the
Mm.
college level, which was crazy for me. But the competitive that I am, I end up winning cross country male athlete of the year. One of the best times.
So that's to me that's very crazy because people don't realize like when people see an athlete go to a school on a scholarship, they
They don't
usually think
understand.
they don't. So
It's
please,
percentage.
please break that down, especially when we're talking about HBCU, and not even to highlight specifically HBCU because they get a people talk negatively about them, and
About them. They
I'm not
helped me
speaking
out,
negative.
man. I'm really grateful for them because my coach came to me about the 80%. He was like, the 20% is only going to be like 5 grand. And he was like, if you want to stay, you you probably want to do that. And at that time, I had a girlfriend and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, I want to stay. I want to be a part of the team and do my thing. And I decided, okay, now I'm gonna have 3 a days. I'm looking, yeah, 3 a days. Everybody looking at me like, what is that? I'm like, I have practice in the morning. I had during the time of basketball season, you still got to show up for individuals and what's the name. So I had individuals work out with basketball team, and then I had cross country practice. It was every day. It was like I had to lock in, man. That was tough. But I did it, man. It was just like I was so grateful to be there, man. So grateful to be a part of a team. And when we ran the cross country, it was some basketball players in that HBCU running. I never forget running against Ohio State. Whew. Cross country is a serious thing. I just want to let everybody know that's a serious deal. That's a serious deal.
I know it's serious, but the thing, and again, I say this, and I don't say this lightly, but like it's a testament to your character because a lot of times when people are faced with that level of adversity, you
They
you
give
broke it
up,
down three
man.
times. You instead of you saying why is this happening to me, instead of you moping around, you said you ultimately took on the mindset of I don't have to do this, I get to do this, and I'm gonna do this with
Yeah,
gratitude. And
God bless us with an opportunity every day. The smallest thing that we have, that's a blessing because somebody else can't do that. Somebody else wanted that exact same thing to do that exact same thing and cannot. So I didn't have time. I learned that when I tore my ACL, I didn't have time. I went to school. They gave me my MRI, the sheet, and I never forget. I was in that room and I was looking at it. I'm like, dang, I think it's torn. So I went to school and I got my kinesiology degree because of that. I wanted to do PT because of
that's
what happened to me. I wanted to help the next kid.
that's amazing. So you have that year at Kentucky State.
Mhm.
You also then end up transferring again. What went into that situation?
That was tough for me. That was very tough for me and my teammates because my teammates they were there for me that whole route. Unfortunately, my coach decided that I had good grades enough to be on an academic scholarship instead of a basketball scholarship. Which if you're on an academic scholarship, you have to maintain a certain GPA just to stay, on that scholarship. So I didn't want that level of stress because doing AP, I'm doing anatomy, physiology, like I'm doing these classes are hard, guys. So I'm like, it's gonna be tough. But then my coach told me also, he was like, man, we're bringing in a couple of guys. And to be honest, Deion, I think they're going to be better than you.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I appreciate it, but I'm transferring. Every other junior that was on that team, they were pleading, like, oh, coach, I need you, this and this. I said, I'm transferring. I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm transferring. He was like, oh, if you need help, transfer. I'm like, nah, it's all right. So when he brought the guys in, because they have to come on their visits, they're coming on their visits. The guys are asking him, like, who that dude? Who was this dude? This dude right here. He's like, oh, no. He's not part of the team. Boom, bam. The seniors decided, you're having open gym. They're like, nah, coach, Deion coming to the open gym. I'm coming to the open gym wrecking it. Wrecking it. But during that season, it was so tough because mentally, I felt like my coach just, it was something about my energy that he didn't like because I never forget it was one practice where coach was like, I got my 5 starters and I can only take 4 more people. And I'm looking like, you can only take 9, but it's 14 of us. That mean like five people gotta really stay. Like 5 people you gonna let 5 people really stay behind? I'm killing that practice. He said all the starters out. I'm killing. I said, you said all the starters out. You slow. Ain't none of them better than me. So I was just starting. I was just starting the first 5 games. I was like, what are you talking about? Killing. The man let me know first that I wasn't gonna be on the trip. That's when I knew it was personal. It was personal because all the starters were looking like, did he see what we just saw? The assistant coach. So it was my turn to go. I didn't have any animosity against the coach or anything like that. It was a struggle sometimes for me to just bring a lot of energy for my whole team. So I guess I had enough energy for me, but I got to bring more energy. A lot of my coaches expect that from me, but that's nevertheless. I know how to talk to people. I can't talk to Derek the same way I talk to Ty. So you know what I'm saying.
That's a
I already
fact.
learned that. I learned that a long time ago. So when I ended
So
up transferring, that was tough though because the rules at that time was you had to transfer down. You can't or you had to sit out another year. If you transfer in the same division, you had to sit out. So it was either up or down. And I was like, oh, whoa. And I had an opportunity. One of the coaches, he's at Kent State right now, Coach Allen. YouTube, Instagram stuff. I was talking to him one time and I seen he had a guy that went Division 1 but was now going NAIA. And I was like, wait, all right, cool. That NAIA school is closer to home, it's in Lakeland. Their coach, he literally coaches NBA players. Coach Barsh, shout out to Coach Barsh. Now he's coaching at Gonzaga, one of the best basketball teams now. I reached out to him and he was just like looking at me like, oh yeah, hitting gym, we need you here. Pump that. We need you. We need to go. I got to go out there again with Dwayne Bacon and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when Bacon was young. He at Florida State. I'm still no, at this point, I think he was yeah, he was at Florida State. I think he was either at Florida State or going to the Hornets. So we went out there for a couple of workouts. I got to meet all the Lakeland people. I'm talking about Dominic Williams, who played for the not Dallas Mavericks. He won a championship with them. I got to meet Isaiah Thomas was one of the people he coaches. So I was around great people when I went to this NAIA school. We had 9 Division 1 players come from D1 to NAIA. So I was like, whoa. It was to a point where one coach on Twitter, when they announced my me transferring, because what was it? Verbal Commits had announced me leaving Kentucky State. So then other coaches were repinging on Twitter saying, "Oh snap! I heard he going to SCU. Coach Barsh building the team. Boom, bam." So I ended up going to NAIA, and that's when I realized, hold on, basketball is basketball on all levels. If you don't lock in, you will be embarrassed.
so you get there, you had your season, y'all do good, y'all win the district. Is that what you told me?
Oh, we won our conference. Yep, at
So,
SEU.
so
First
you win
time,
first time win.
first time conference win, and that was a struggle because we were doing fine in the conference. We was undefeated in the conference, but then we ran into a brick wall at Christmas. We played Division I school, UNC Greensboro. And while we're playing them, they got the starters in the whole game. And we like, dang, okay, cool. We ended up losing by 15. We go home, everybody come back. When everybody come back, it wasn't clicking. We was losing by 2, losing by 3, to the point where, if you lose that close, everybody's like, oh, it's the coaching era. And I'm like, nah, we really got to lock in. It's us locking in. So we got into the conference tournament and we stole the show. Stole the show, ended up going to the national tournament, and that was tough, man. That was tough. My last bucket, I remember my last bucket was a steal and a dunk, and it was just like, dang, your college career is really over. Like, it was tough.
And that's the tough reality. To
Yeah.
know that part of your life is over. That
And my last game, I didn't get to replay too much, but I remember my coaches had his brothers from Washington there, and they're all like, that man right there, he can play. And I'm like, yeah, man, I wish I just get the opportunity. I always wanted to prove the opportunity. And my teammates believed in me, but sometimes, what your teammates want you to do, it's not what your coach wants you to do.
I learned
So
that in high school.
yeah, with your teammates, look, I got in a game one time where our starting shooting guard, leading scorer in NAIA, told me, "Deion, shoot the rock." He said, "Boy, when I pass you the ball, shoot the ball." Coach was looking like, "Deion, who told you to shoot the ball? Come here,
Yeah.
go sit down."
Like you said, some of your teammates who believe in you, coaches may not have that same belief or give you that same leash or opportunity. So I get it.
Yeah.
Boom, buzzer ends. College career is over with. Did you know what you were gonna do next?
I didn't know, but for me, I knew that I was really good. I think I wasn't the best that I could be, but I was getting better and better and realizing, wait a minute, that old Dion was just nowhere near the level he's supposed to be at. So for me, it was kind of tough because I was like, what's the opportunities? What are more opportunities? I was training with TNT. Shout out to my TNT guys. But they helped me uh, try to go overseas, play at my pro year. They got me into some exposure camps, and I never forget this exposure camp. There, I was killing to the point where the owners of the camp pulled me in the office and they said, Deion, we got a lot of opportunities for you overseas, but your college stats are not matching up to what you're doing out there this weekend. So everybody's like, are they going to really take a chance? And I'm like, man, if I was given the opportunity to do what I was doing at the camp, because at that camp, this is, you ain't got, you ain't really got no coach. It's really you and the people. I'm playing, you playing. All right, cool. So, but a lot of my teammates, what happened was I had called. What happened was I called Hooper Exchange. I called Scott. I got into the camp, and then my teammates from my college showed up, and I was just like, "Whoa!" Leading scorer, all of them, they all showed up. I'm like, "Dang, this is gonna be tough." I thought at a pro camp, this was gonna be tough going against my teammates. Killed them, killed them to the point their parents were looking at me like, Dion, you didn't play like that in college. I'm like, I ain't got no college coach. This is pro. This is different. This is different.
So you go out there, you killing,
You're
and
right.
you have they're looking at you in terms of like we want to give you these opportunities.
Yeah.
Did anything materialize with them saying that, and you actually being having the luxury to go play overseas or anything of that nature?
Uh, this is what I say. It was a great experience because the teams from overseas actually came to a workout. They were coming to workouts. They were seeing me play. I got to talk to them, and I'll tell everybody right now the number one thing that they told me, Dion, we love your game. We love that you get everybody involved. Can you score? We need you to score. We don't need you to pass the ball. We need you to score. Can you be more selfish? And I was like, heck yeah. I mean, I could do it, but that's I'm gonna have players get mad at me. But if you want me to go out there and score, I got you. I'll shoot more. If you want me to shoot more, that's not a problem. So I was given those opportunities, and I was going to sign a deal in Ireland. I was going to sign a deal in Ireland. They was giving me like a week to get ready, so it was very challenging. That's where it shows to be ready because I didn't have my passport at the time,
Mm.
so I couldn't go. So I remember Joe was playing with the Hornets at this time. So I even hit up Joe. Joe knew about this. I'm like, yeah, they want me to come out there, boom, bam. And I had a homeboy out there already. His name was Elijah Mays. He was the leading scorer in that league. And he was like, oh, yeah, Deion, you can come over here, kill in this league, get your numbers right, and then go somewhere else. And I'm like, all right, cool, it sounds good. But then the opportunity with the TBL opened up. And I was familiar with the TBL already because I was given an opportunity to play on one of their teams. Prior, it was like one game. They were like, oh, yeah, we need some guys to come. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that second year in the TBL, well, it was my first year, really. I picked that contract over the Ireland contract because of the money issues. They pay a little bit more. I'm gonna go. But going pro is and people think that you going pro at whatever level, they think, oh no, it was easy to get there. He's at this level. That pro lead at this level. That pro. I'll tell you right now, I showed up to our combine. Well, first I showed up to the TBL combine in Miami. Played a lot of people down there. Got noticed. I got noticed from a coach in Tampa, but he was having a team in Sarasota. He called me. He wanted me to come out there. When I got out there, I just want to let everybody know it was the toughest moment of my life. I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit. I was getting paid pretty good, but it was just like, oh my God, like, what if I don't make the team? That's my first thought. I was like, what if I don't make the team? So we get through training camp and I see the guys that they're cutting. These are guys that I was just in the other room with these guys talking to them about their futures. These guys are like, "Oh, Deion, if I got cut, I know you're not gonna make it." I was like, "Dang, what? Me and you were just friends. Now where is this all this autumn?" And I'm like, "Dang, that hurt my heart." But I stuck with it. My coach, my pro coach, coached at Kansas. Coach Earl, he coached at Kansas. Now he's a two-time champion in the TBL after my year. He told me to come out to, well, obviously 2020 was that year that we're talking about. And when I got on the team, you sign your contract, everything's good. You wake up for practice at 6 a.m. You got to shoot around at 8, 11:30. You're probably out of there, and we go hit weights. So 12:30, you got the whole day. You're getting paid to play basketball. Best experience of my life. Best experience of my life. I was staying at one of my homeboys' places in Davis Island over there in Tampa because we would just drive to practice. Man, it was getting paid to play basketball is an opportunity that most people can't say they did, and it was great. It was great. But unfortunately, that was a short ride because COVID.
So, like you said, it got cut short because of COVID. After COVID, or at least when things were able to, did you consider or did you want to continue to play professionally, or did you just kind of say, I'm moving on with my life?
At that point, I had a great friend ask me a question. He said, "Man, how long are you gonna try to keep playing professionally?" And I told him an honest answer. It was 27. I was like, once I'm 27, even though that's a prime year, 27, 28, those are prime years. I still think, what, 30, 31, you still good to go. He asked me 27, and to be honest, at that time, it was real life. Like I had just bought a car off the lot. Like, I was doing it. I had to pay for bills at the house. Like it was time for me to kind of put basketball on the back burner for right now, just to make my money and just try to see if I can get to that opportunity. So my coach did reach out to me, like I said. His name is Ed. He coaches in Oklahoma right now, part of the TBL. His players that play after me, people might his famous one is Lenny Waters. Lenny Waters played with Stephen Curry. Now he plays for the Detroit Pistons. So the TBL that goes to show y'all that TBL is what's up serious if the kid's playing for the Pistons right now, like at every level. So he reached out to me and asked me about it, but I didn't. I had no faith in. I didn't want the same thing that happened in COVID happen again. Everybody was unstable. It was a lot going on. I went to the last basketball game of
Mhm.
COVID because I came back. I never forget. Joe was playing with the Hornets. We went down to the Hornets and Heat game, and we got a notification on all our phones. Everybody's phones went out in the arena. Everybody's phone, and I'm like, I ain't got the same number as all these people. I'm looking at everybody like, what the heck was that? And they were announcing that it was the last NBA game because of COVID.
Mm.
So we went down there. We got to, we was trying to see Joe. We got to see him for a while. Rich Paul, everybody was down there. Jimmy, all of it. It was a good experience. And I'm sitting there like, dang, this is good. I love basketball. I like pro. I don't know if I could put it down right now, but we're gonna see. So I just waited to see what COVID was gonna do. Unfortunate, basketball didn't open up fast enough, so I got into teaching.
So in that though, because I think that, and then just in general, the way you've spoken previously makes me believe that it wasn't as difficult a transition for you as it is for other people.
Yeah.
But ball stops bouncing for you, and you kind of like real life needs is happening for you. Was it a tough transition to go and say I'm not gonna play basketball anymore? At least not at the level that I was.
I think mentally, it was easier for me because it happened to me before. The ball stopped when I was 18, and I had a girlfriend at that time. I wasn't talking to my girlfriend when I tore my ACL. I wasn't trying to lean on my parents. I wasn't eating. I wasn't calling my friends Rodney and none of them. I wasn't doing that. So I know how it feels when the ball stops. I know how it feels to think that you're only a basketball player because I thought I was only a basketball player. And I'm thinking like, oh no, basketball was just only one of the skills that I can do really well, guys. That's all it was. It was a great opportunity and experience because I got so many friends. And as we talk now, I have people that stop playing basketball and they're like, Deion, how I do this? Do you think I could be good at coaching? Do you think I could be a teacher? Do you think I can get into this? Do you think I should be a cop, a nurse? I'm like, I'm looking at homeboys that I played basketball with, like, that's so crazy that y'all asking me. Uh, I mean, yeah, once the ball stopped, man, you realize what you're really made of, who you really are, Do things that you enjoy. For me, I enjoy being a kid all the time. So I jumped into PE, and also with my background in kinesiology, it was easier because I did K through 5 with autistic kids with autism. So it was pretty easy for me, and I got to see some of my college students like doing the work that I did. My first time walking into a school, I saw one of the same guys that went to Southeastern in the same class, Eli. And I'm sitting, he's like, whoa, Deion, ain't you supposed to be hooping somewhere? I'm like, here you go. I'm like, yeah, man, but God has a different plan. When God has a different plan, who, who are you to get mad at? I know you that get mad there. When God got a plan, I know
Listen,
you get mad if you want to. Buck up with the big G. I'm telling
listen.
you.
I've been mad. It ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it ain't
work.
gonna work out. So why? Don't you do that to yourself?
No, you're right. But I think something that's very important is the fact that you had an impact in terms of how you were as a basketball player. Now I can see, and I've seen your social media posts and etc. on the impact that you've had with the kids that you work with. Can you
Yeah.
speak to how you were able to channel the basketball player you were and the infectious, in a good way, the infectious attitude that you had on the basketball court and off the court with your teammates to now implementing that and teaching that with the kids?
For me, I didn't understand most of my JUCO years because sometimes my coaches will come to me and ask me, "How do I see the team who needs to improve on what they need to. They started treating me like the assistant coach. And I was always thinking like that was disrespectful. I always thought that was disrespectful. But then I realized I was the glue guy. That's what they used to call me. I was the glue guy. I knew how to talk to people. Everybody thinks I'm good with people. I guess I am. I'm a realist. I want everybody to be happy and joyful, but happy is emotion. Peace is the best thing that you can have. So that balance I was looking for. Being with my students, oh my God. I think it just brought back memories of when we were kids. I'm like, now I know I would have did this to this. So don't you try to do this because I'm gonna catch you guys. I already know. I already been down this route. Now I see I feel for our teachers. Late rest in peace, Mr. Peters. I feel for our teachers, man. He was one of our best teachers. He was the best teacher for me. He used to bring us donuts in our honor classes, but then also be yelling like, Dion, sit down, stop talking about. I'm like, Mr. Peters, just chill. So I understand. I guess I got a connection with kids because I see every kid and I see every person for as a human being. I don't see them for their success or what they don't have or what they do have. So I try to teach the kids that as well because you never know what someone's going through or how they look. Like every morning is different for a different human being. If we can give each other the same grace that we think we could deserve, that's actually in the Bible. Y'all go look it up.
It's a fact. That's a
God,
fact.
God's grace, the same grace we give each other, is the same grace He's going to give us when it's Judgment Day. So I like to give everybody grace, man. I don't know what you're going through today. Hope you get through it, but we got some work to do, right? All right, let's go. So that's how I try to help my students realize that, enjoy being young now because you're trying to grow up fast. Because I try to grow up fast, and I
Yeah.
understand that.
Gotta
I
be in the
get that.
moment. Gotta be present. Cause
And and then I tell all the kids, because I'll be honest with you, I ain't know, Derek, that I was getting bullied when I was younger. I ain't know. I thought it was cracking jokes.
mhm.
My sister and my brother was like, nah, they was bullying you. I was like, oh, well, I thought I was the coolest one. So I tell all my students, you cool by yourself. You're the coolest person in the world by yourself and to yourself. That's all you should worry about. Don't try to fit in. Don't try to do anything special out of your character. Be you.
I feel like you was talking to me, and I ain't even one of these kids. But look, to wrap up, I got a last couple questions for you. Your story is unique. You dealt with a lot of adversity. A lot of athletes, their goal is to play college and even professionally. But I think what's important is dealing with adversity. So, what advice would you give to somebody on how to deal with adversity?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I know everybody think it's cliche, and it should be cliche, I guess. But getting your word, man. I think God has really just been favor. He has favor over my life. Even though some of the challenges were hard. Oh boy, you better stop. What? I know he playing with me. I know you. I know you ain't playing with me.
Listen,
Hold on.
I got the Bible and this is my notebook right
Hold
next
on.
to me.
Where you read? Hold on. Where my highlighters at? I
Wherever.
what?
See,
What?
I'm mad because this I got a new Bible, but I got another Bible over here that's got way
Well,
more highlighted in
I,
it.
I I hate to say this, but I was a Bible teacher as well, so I got a few Bibles laying around.
I ain't about to go grab all the Bibles I got in there. I
And
got
just
another one behind. I got
we
two
ain't gonna talk
behind
about the
me.
mustard seed. Yeah, I got that in a pocket when I was 15.
I had one.
Yeah, from the hair store down the street
Nah,
on Main
somebody
Street.
maybe that might have been where I got mine. Continue.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
okay.
I ain't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Yeah, but yeah, man, God has been he's been good, man. I lost a lot of friends into my testimony. Losing Taylor's mom, that was really tough for me because I got an opportunity to see the last few days and his dad, the way that his dad showed her love. I always wanted to show somebody love because rolling around in a wheelchair, they were still having fun. And I remember no one's looking, and it's only me looking. And at their last days, they're sitting outside feeding a squirrel French fries and stuff. And I'm like, man, That right there, that right there, Lord, whatever I gotta go through to get that, I got you. Whatever you lead the way, because at the end of the day, no one's ours. All right, we all have a different timeline, and everybody can't go with you. So once you realize that and you give all the glory to God, I think you'll be all right, man. You'll be all right.
I like it. I like it. Again, and it ties in a little bit to adversity, but obviously adversity is one thing, but it's the after you dealing with the adversity that I think a lot of people also struggle with. So my question to you is, how do you get back to life after you've dealt with that hard thing, that adversity? How do you get back to life?
For me, I always had this saying when I was playing basketball, and my coach kind of like, he was like, "Oh my God, Deion, like that's gonna be our hashtag." I just tell people just try to figure it out. Try to figure it out. Make sure your mentals are all right. Definitely, go outside, take your walks. Give yourself 5, 10 minutes, man, just to release because everybody's going through stress. I drive around and I see everybody's face, and I always come home and ask everybody, I'm like, why everybody look so sad in the world today? Like everybody was looking down today. It was like, is everybody's going through it? I'm like, yeah. So if everybody knows everybody, I don't care how much money, how much chains, I mean, how that girl, how she acting, being bad on. Everybody's going through something. Grace, grace, man. I think God has had a lot of grace with me, and he's my peace, man. He's my peace.